Hey everyone, it's Patricia and welcome to my YouTube channel. So it has been a while and there's a reason for that. Life got in the way. So there was a massive recruitment campaign at work and I decided to focus on that first before resuming my vlogs. Now that the recruitment campaign is over and I've got some free time because Christmas is coming up, I've decided to pick them up again. And I did say that I was going to do a series on my personal growth journey, body, mind, and spirit. But when I started filming the mind video, there was a bit of resistance and it just wasn't flowing. So rather than push it through, I thought, why not film something else first? I will pick it up after this. This is kind of just like to get me started, get the thing, get the flow back again. And as you may have guessed from the title, this video is about my favorite scents. Today I'm going to be talking about my favorite fragrances, my favorite perfumes, and it's going to be from the lightest to the darkest. So we're going to go from spring to winter. And I'm not a big fan of florals, heavy florals like rose or tuberose. I'm more of a musky type of person. So if you're into florals, this is not the video for you. So we're gonna go spring, summer, autumn, winter, and then at the end, I'm gonna say my signature fragrance, which is something that I wear on special occasions and all year round. So let's begin. So the first scent I wanna talk about is Jo Malone's Wild Bluebell. So this scent, I live in London, so you have to have a Jo Malone fragrance. And the most popular one I think that I know of is Peony and Blush Suede, because my aunt uses Peony and Blush Suede. But when I went to the counter and I smelled it, it wasn't for me. I kind of like started smelling everything that was on the counter. And then I came across this one. It is floral, but not florally enough that it's oppressive for me. It's very clean, very fresh. It's a very light floral and it's a bit musky. I think the base note is white musk, but yeah, just like smelling it, it's like it reminds me of church a little bit. Like in the Philippines, we have a flower called sampaguita. It kind of smells like that, but a bit lighter, less florally. So it's just very fresh, very airy. I actually had one that was running out. This is a fresh bottle, but my aunt smelled it and then she really liked it. So I gave it to her last year when we were in the Philippines. So this is a fresh bottle. But yeah, very, very fresh, very fresh. The second scent that I want to share is Joy by Dior. So as you know, Dior is my favorite brand. And if you don't know this as well, Jennifer Lawrence is my favorite actress. I feel like I kind of like look like Jennifer Lawrence, but that's just like in my mind. Anyway, when they came out with Joy, I was like, okay, it's Dior, it's Jennifer Lawrence, I have to have this perfume. And thankfully, I like the smell. I'm gonna be spraying all over my arm. So, forearm. Yes, this is very fresh, very clean, very soapy. I don't know whether it's floral. For me, it's just like very clean and fresh. It might have a light floral scent, but it's more, for me, it's very like, it's clean. Again, fresh, perfect for the summer. And it's got that bit of musk. It's not too girly, which is perfect. So the fact that like Jennifer Lawrence is the face of this perfume is just a big bonus. Next scent is Chloe by Chloe. This is a recent discovery. I only discovered this autumn this year, actually. And it's because of Justine Leconte. I watch her videos, a big fan of Justine. One of her perfume episodes mentioned Chloe, which is a classic French scent. And I've seen the adverts with Clemence Posey. Is that how you say your name? But like, I think that's for Love Story. This one's Chloe. The bottle's really cute. It's got like a ribbon and everything. So yeah, just spraying it. And this one, again, very clean, kind of like the same as Joy, where it's like, it's I don't want to say soapy, but it's very just like clean and fresh. So yes, Chloe's got a bit more florals to it, but still very clean, very fresh, which is perfect for spring. And it just wakes you up. I think there's a bit of citrus in there too. Yeah. But yeah, I just love it. So I haven't had a chance to wear this during the spring, but definitely in springtime, I'm gonna wear this perfume and it's just such a joy, such a joy. Actually, that was a good transition. So Chloe's a bit more citrusy, a bit darker than the other two. And the next one, we're now veering into summer. I really love this scent. It's the Fragrant Water by Nuxe. If you haven't heard this brand before, it's a French drugstore brand, and they do I think the most famous thing that they have is the oil, which kind of just like lather on your body during the summer. But they also do fragrances, and this is the one that I like. I haven't tried the perfume version of this yet because I feel like it's too strong, because this is already strong enough, and this is just like a fragrant water, I guess a cologne. For me, it smells a bit like Bronze Goddess by Estee Lauder, or if I'm not mistaken, it's what's the one by Tom Ford? Soleil Blanc. So it smells a bit like Soleil Blanc by Tom Ford. It has that same profile. So this Soleil Blanc and yeah, Bronze Goddess, same flavor profile. So it's very musky, very warm, very sexy, sensual. Like I feel like Ibiza smells like this. Oh, it brings me back. So I wore this actually to the Philippines last year. We went for summer, and it was my cousin's wedding. We went to this island. It's called Batanes. Lovely, gorgeous. And this was the perfume that I was wearing. And I just wore this all summer. So now whenever I smell it, it reminds me of that island, but also when I was there in the Philippines for summer. And it's just gorgeous. It's like a bit, yeah, it's a bit coconutty, a bit like warm, just like sensual nights, sensual summer nights. That's how I would describe this fragrance. So definitely recommend that one. So now we're veering into autumn. So the next fragrance is Flor de Osmantes by Roger and Gallet. This scent has a very special place in my heart. This is an autumn scent for me because I wore this scent in 2016, early September, my birthday. I went to Paris by myself. My favorite city in the whole world is Paris. I'm a Francophile. As a birthday gift for myself, I decided to go to Paris, and to commemorate the event, I was like, I need a scent. And then I smelled this and I was like, oh, it's perfect. So went to Paris for the first time by myself and used this fragrance, and now every time I smell it, I'm just reminded of like the flat, the Airbnb that I rented, my experience, just like kind of like going around the museums and the different places, the different gardens. And yeah, it's just, whenever I smell it, I'm just like, oh, taken back to Paris. It's very, even though it's got an oriental floral, it's a bit citrusy. It's got that whiff of citrus initially, and then, but there's like that warm musk again. It deepens down to a warm musk. So again, it's got that soapy smell, but not, I don't want to say soapy, but like just that clean smell. So it's like florally, soapy, citrusy smell, but it's so good. Oh, honestly, like I can just see like the window in my apartment, because like before I leave, I would spray it, and then I would look out the window for some reason in my flat in Paris, and then it's just like that vision like comes to mind whenever I smell this fragrance. So yeah, amazing scent. Now this one again is a recent discovery just this autumn, and it's Twilly by Hermes. It's again very spicy, very oriental. Actually, I don't want to say oriental, but it's very spicy. This is not the poivre. They have like a new version, which is like the Twilly poivre. That's got a bit more pepper, but this one's the original. And it's again, I've noticed now, it's like I like scents that are spicy and like a bit soapy, but not soapy in a bad way, like soapy in a clean way. And yeah, it's just very spicy. I love it. It's like, it's spicier than like my other fragrance. Like, yeah, this is veering into like autumn winter now. It's just very spicy and nice, and just, yeah. And I love that it comes with a little like ribbon. Actually, the Chloe one does too, but like this one I think is a bit more special because there's like a pattern, and it reminds me of the Hermes scarves and like this hat thing. Like, I don't know, I just find it very cute. I find the packaging very cute. But yeah, soapy, peppery, very nice. I don't know if it's like floral, but I don't, yeah, it's very warm, very autumny. It's good for like late autumn, like pumpkins around that season, like October, November-ish. That's when it's perfect. So this one's like early, like September, like summer transitioning into autumn. And then this one's autumn transitioning into winter. That's when it's perfect. So yes, very gorgeous. This one, it's Black Opium. Okay, so I've got like an empty bottle here, and then I've got like a mini version which actually has the scent left over. So yeah, so the empty bottle is just for show, but Black Opium. So I'm a big fan of Corinne Royfeld, and her signature scent is Opium by YSL. Smelled it in the counter, hated it. It's too strong. So when they came out with Black Opium, I want to say 2015, definitely 2015. Because that's when I went to New York. So yes, when they came out with Black Opium, I bought the scent, loved it. And then I said, okay, I'm gonna go to New York. I'm gonna wear this scent the whole time we're there. So this scent now is for me, winter in New York with me listening to Taylor Swift's 1989. That's what the scent reminds me of. I'm gonna have to dap a couple of this and like rub it. Yes, oh, it's a gourmand. So I think it's got like chocolate and coffee in it, which is perfect because I love chocolate and coffee. And yeah, it's just very like sweet. It's very sweet without being oppressive. Not like some of the sweet scents that we have on the market. This one's a bit more sophisticated. Yes, it's a gourmand. You can smell the coffee. You can definitely smell the chocolate. And it's just a nice, sweet scent without being overly sweet. It still has that musk. It's not too youthful. It's like it's a more adult version, I guess, of like some of the sweet fragrances, and it's just a bit more sophisticated. But yes, love Black Opium. So yeah, this is now the winter scent. This one was a luxury purchase. It was a gift to myself, a Christmas gift last year, and it's Noir de Noir by Tom Ford. Love Tom Ford. We're both Virgos. We have the same aesthetic. If I could afford Tom Ford clothing and if I could fit in Tom Ford clothing, that would be my whole wardrobe. But alas, I cannot, so I'll settle for perfume. And Noir de Noir is like the best, I think, Tom Ford scent. It's very smoky because he's very famous for Tobacco Vanille and Oud Wood. And Noir de Noir has, I want to say, it's got that tobacco in it. But it's a bit milder, again, very like musky, but it's clearly tobacco is like the immediate smell that you'll smell is tobacco, but it kind of like narrows down to like something a bit more like milder, like musky. And I wore this fragrance earlier this year when I went to the States, Pittsburgh and Texas, but it reminds me more of Pittsburgh because I wore it more in Pittsburgh. But yeah, it's just very sophisticated and like tobacco-y, but not too, it's still got that sweetness. So yes, definitely this one. From the Tom Ford line, I also like Black Orchid, which is a bit more affordable because this one I think they're getting, I think it's pricier. It's about, I think in the UK when I looked last it was like 150, but now I think the prices have increased. But I bought this in the airport last year, and I think I bought it for like 180, I want to say, because they had a sale on. So I was like, you know what, I'll buy the larger bottle. But yeah, the prices are getting steeper. So if you wanted an alternative that's also Tom Ford, Black Orchid is a go. Also Noir Parfum. Smells a bit like this, but not as nuanced. But you know, at least it's the same family. So if you can't afford Noir de Noir, I would go for either Black Orchid or Noir Parfum. So we've now gone from spring, we've traveled the seasons, we've gone from spring to summer to autumn to winter. So now we are approaching the year-round scent, and this is my signature scent. If you smell this, it's me, and this is kind of like my forever scent, like my whole life. I would, you know, I guess if I got rid of all my other perfumes, this is the one that I would stick to. And again, it was a treat to myself, and it's Gris Dior it's from the private collection of Dior, so it's Gris Dior. It used to be called Gris Montaigne, but I think they changed the name for some reason. I actually prefer Gris Montaigne. The base for Dior, where it started, the atelier, where the atelier still is now, is number 30 Avenue Montaigne in Paris. So I don't know why they changed it to Gris Dior, because, you know, if you're buying a Dior scent, you already know it's Dior. Why change it to Gris Dior? Like, I prefer the name Gris Montaigne, but that's just my opinion. Ooh, okay, it's white musk. Immediately, it's like, I don't know how to describe it, but like if I was like a Parisian, sophisticated Parisian lady walking down Avenue Montaigne, that's the image I have in my head. But like basically, if I want to be like businesswoman, this is what I would wear. It's just very like sophisticated. It makes me, if I wanted to be confident and if I wanted to be just like my own, like, you know, boss lady persona, this is what I would wear. Definitely musky. It's got that hint of pepper. It's just very sophisticated. If you want to be in charge, if you want to be your boss lady, this is the scent for you. It's just very, it's got that, it's a bit peppery as well. But yeah, the first thing that you'll encounter is like musk, and then there's like a bit of pepper, and then like there's also a floral. I can't identify which floral it is, but it's also floral. It's just very like, whenever I wear this, I'm like, yes, I'm ready to conquer anything. Again, conscious, it's in the private collection. Not everybody will be able to afford it. Definitely a treat purchase. I bought it at the airport, no tax, there's a discount. This is definitely a luxury purchase. What I would recommend as an alternative, and I'm conscious that not everybody could get this either, is actually, I got given this by my cousin who got married this year as a party favor, because I was one of the bridesmaids. The scent from, I want to say Madewell in the States, and one of the scents is called Beau. And when I smelled it, I was like, this kind of like, it's not identical to the Dior perfume. It's a unisex fragrance, and it's a bit coconutty, actually. Actually, it tells you here what it's got. It's got like white musk. Oh, sorry, white cedar, leather, and then Palo Santo wood. Again, another like year-rounder for me, I guess, like a bit more cheaper. Actually, I wish I like smelled this fragrance while I was in the States, so I could have bought one, because they don't ship internationally. But I guess I've got my Dior, and I've got like plenty of scents that I can use all year round. So maybe the next time I go to the States, I'll buy like a proper bottle. So those are my favorite scents. If you like the video, please hit subscribe. And I hope you got inspired to buy some of these scents, or at least smell them in your counters if available. And I will see you next time with the Mind video. That's definitely coming. I hope everybody's doing well. Hope you're keeping safe, and see you soon. Bye.